Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. This isn't something Democrats just get to walk away from. You know, the news cycle moves so quick and Democrats feel like they can benefit from it, but a policy blunder like this, a messaging blunder, like the anti-police, anti-cop rhetoric that we saw from 2020 onward, the Democrats are casually just trying to sweep under the rug. They don't get to run away from this. You know, that crime spree that Jen Psaki laughed about not too long ago?
If you look at Fox on a daily basis, I mean, do you remember the 4 boxes that we had on all the TVs, right? Which is on my TV right now. So right now, just to give you a sense, so CNN, Pentagon, as many as 8,500 U.S. troops on heightened alert. Okay, true. Same on MSNBC. CNBC is doing their own thing about the market. And then on Fox is Jeanine Pirro talking about soft on crime consequences. I mean, what does that even mean, right? So there's an alternate universe on some coverage.
Soft on crime policies. What does that even mean? Jen Psaki has repeatedly, while standing at that podium, claimed that the 2020 and 2021 crime spike was an anomaly and directly correlated to the COVID pandemic. It was just seasonal, folks. I guess it was just transitory like everything else. Well, if that's the case, then why are Democrat cities still completely out of control? Could it maybe be Jen Psaki saying soft on crime policies? No, of course not. It couldn't be. It couldn't be the revolving door of the Democrat justice system. No, of course not. And watching these Democrats now try to backpedal after they allowed and enabled criminals to ravage the most vulnerable communities while simultaneously launching a massive anti-cop campaign is truly something else, folks. There's a lot of distractions going on right now and Democrats are using it to their advantage. It's not the 2020 crime spree, folks. It's the 2021 and now 2022 crime spree, and Democrats are still responsible. Of course, let's talk about it. We got some stuff to get into, but of course, before we get into any of it, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and with that out of the way, let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so once again, the White House is trying to backtrack, trying to backpedal. Biden to push cities to hire more cops with portion of 2021 stimulus. President Biden on Friday pushed cities to use federal pandemic stimulus money to hire more cops, while touting what he said was the use of at least $10 billion in such funds for public safety. To every governor, every mayor, every county official, the need is clear. My message is clear. Spend this money now that you have. Use these funds we made available to you to prioritize public safety, Biden said in the White House Rose Garden. Do it quickly before the summer when crime rates typically surge, Biden added. Taking action today is going to save lives tomorrow. So use the money, hire the police officers, build up your emergency response systems, invest in proven solutions. And so what do you think Biden is doing now? All of a sudden, right before the midterms, definitely just a coincidence, Biden is urging that Democrats take action on public safety. Yeah, I'd say a little bit too little, too late. And not like it's gonna work in the first place. Joe Biden seems to forget that nobody cares and nobody takes him seriously, and this idea that these woke Democrat cities are gonna make any changes when it comes to enforcing laws is a complete farce. Democrats already lost support of police unions, and with good reason. And this idea that all of a sudden they're gonna become their allies, and this idea that the Democrat Party is the party of law and order and the party that represents police officers is just laughable. Democrats have created this environment where police officers, and more specifically police departments, are shrinking like we've never seen before. Here's the data that we have for sworn-in Chicago police officers. In 2019, there were 13.5 thousand officers. That number is now down to 11,669, meaning nearly 2,000 officers have left the force since the start of the year 2020. And once again, let's look at Democrats. During the summer of 2020, all the activism and everything going on with BLM, abolish the police, defund the police, ACAB, and the rest of the rhetoric, pitting all the blame on police officers, how evil and terrible and incompetent they are. One of the biggest points of discussion was better training and better funding for police departments. Well, given the current situation that Democrats have created, the Chicago Police Department just a couple months ago lowered its hiring standards amid staffing shortages. That's led to a spike in applicants. Now what police departments are forced to do in this environment is lower their application standards. Well, that's going to lead to some stellar results, and definitely not less qualified police officers making up the ranks. No, of course not. Once again, Democrats accomplished the exact opposite of a good result. I guess that's a decent way to say it. Between all the anti-police sentiment that we've seen from Democrats, all the terrible activism and rhetoric, and the soft soft on crime policies that, yes, are a real thing, Jen Psaki, Democrat cities have become complete chaos zones. Folks, take a look at this collection of clips from just the last week or so. These incidents are endless.
I've taken all of the nicotine.
You can stay right here.
Get a job.
God, it smells like pot around here too. Hey guys, just let us know your names while you're at it.
The moment I realized I can't work here anymore, part 3.
Brazen theft, brazen crime, and that's just the stuff that I'm able to show you guys on YouTube. Imagine all the violent crimes that are happening, and speaking of this spike in violent crimes, in every single city that was soft on crime, the statistics don't lie, folks. Let's go to the heart of Black Lives Matter left-wing activists and Antifa. Portland homicides per year from 2016 to 2021. I don't really need to say anything else now, do I? But don't worry, folks, because Democrats have the answers. Wearing fancy activist couture at the fancy celebrity Met Gala once a year. Like Eric Adams, we absolutely roasted him for this one a couple days ago. But let's put it into perspective. Let's play the game of contrast, juxtaposition, you might say. Eric Adams, activist couture, and gun violence as suspect in New York subway shooting had 19 prior arrests. 19. There's this concept that's on the tip of my tongue. I can't get the words. Maybe someone can help me out.
Soft on crime.
Oh yeah, soft on crime policies. With even, what was his name? Something Briggs or Braggs. Let me check real quick. Oh yeah, Mr. Alvin Bragg, Manhattan District Attorney who announces he won't prosecute certain crimes. He even went as far to say that armed robbery should be considered a misdemeanor in the city of New York as they continue to let repeat, chronic, habitual offenders back onto the streets over and over again. That individual had 19 prior arrests. They put these people back on the streets. These criminals claim more victims, but don't worry, folks. The Democrats have it under control.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
It's unreal, folks. The stories are just endless. The crime is rampant. It's brazen. They're getting away with it. It's non-stop story of Philadelphia gas station customer ambushed at the pump in broad daylight. Downtown Milwaukee curfew imposed. Bucks cancel Game 7 watch party due to string of shootings on Friday. It's one after another, after another, after another. And politically, this crime spike isn't something Democrats should just be able to move on from. The news cycle shouldn't save them on this one, and it should be a major issue headed into 2022, and no amount of Joe Biden now all of a sudden before the election redirecting COOF relief stimulus funds to hiring police officers should change the Democrats' track record when it comes to public safety, police officers, and crime. But of course, that's what I got for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe. I'm going to get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.